Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Eric Anders, and you're listening to the Kickin' It With Your Boy Podcast.
Had to step my game up. When you bring my name up, they gon' say I came up. They gon' say I changed up. Step my game up. When you bring my name up.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Eric Anders, and this is episode number 7 of Kickin' It With Your Boy. And today's guest, the wonderful Kendra Lust. Kendra, how are we doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Like I said, I was telling you earlier, we don't get much sunshine. Although there's a chance of rain early, we're not going to focus on that. I'm going to take in the sunshine, get my vitamin D, and happy to be home. How are you?
Man, I'm doing awesome. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on the show. I know you're a busy woman with life and everything else. So
yes,
we'll just go ahead and get into it. The Michigan native Kendra Lust. I know you're a sports fan, and I know and probably through history, except for the 80s, Detroit teams, they just haven't been doing it, man. So what's it like to be a faithful fan of franchises that just, man, can't get over the hill?
Yeah, can't get it done. It's a little sad, I mean, people make fun of Detroit enough as it is, they're like, oh, Detroit, I mean, it is kind of
Third world.
Yeah, it's a rough city, but there's a lot of good in the city. I don't know. It's difficult. However, I'm a tried and true fan. Like, I'm always going to root for the hometown, and, I love the underdogs anyway. And hopefully one day in my lifetime, like the Lions, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we just lost Stafford. I mean, it was time for him to go. He did a lot of good here, but it's tough. But you know what? It's sports. It's not life or death, but it does, sports are awesome entertainment.
But I think Jared Goff is a good move for the Lions. He's in his second or third year in the NFL, so he's young. He's already played in the big game. Didn't win, but man, that's invaluable experience that you want your quarterback and the leader of your team to have, leading a team into a season.
Absolutely. I just think that, I don't know, talking a little football, that Detroit has they haven't invested in the team, and they haven't put the money in the players. So it's like, if you want good players, you have to spend the money. Absolutely. So hopefully now we can start building, and, we'll see. I'm happy when we make the playoffs. I'm excited, but I love Sunday football. Like, that is the best time of the year, the fall. Like, we cook. Well, I'm not the best cook anyway, but I do my best. So I get all our little appetizers, get some wings, some dip, and it's just chill Sunday. That's what, Sundays in the fall are for, football.
I think the Lions, the piece that they're missing is they don't invest in the linemen. They invest in like the skilled players, like the Megatrons and the quarterbacks and things like that. But man, these players are super, they're happy that they're getting paid, but man, these guys are competitors and want to win. It's like, a guy like Megatron, that guy can easily have a Larry Fitzgerald type career. But after 9 seasons, he's like, man, I'm out of here. Like, we're not winning. We're not, doing the right things. And when I was a kid, it was Barry Sanders, and that was my guy.
44-inch thighs. He could dunk a basketball.
At 5'8".
He was badass. Like, I loved him too. Wayne Fonts. I think he played under Wayne Fonts or whatever back in the day. But yeah, he was one of the best ever. It was incredible.
So Detroit has a history of these things, and then moving on to the Pistons, man, they just paid Blake Griffin a shitload of money to not play. I'm like, man, what are y'all doing, man? And Blake Griffin can still play a little bit.
I know. I was happy when they had in Drummond. I think it's Andre Drummond. Anyway, he was good, but then, he's not there now. I don't know what it's going to take. I haven't really been following, and I love basketball. That's like my favorite sport. However, I just miss, the bad boys, like I'm dating myself, but Lambeer and Isaiah Thomas and the microwave. And I mean, that was when I feel like, I don't know. I feel like sports have changed quite a bit. Like the passion, I think money's changed a lot. Just in general, it has changed sports, at least professional sports. I don't know. I feel like they're not as passionate. It's not, I don't know. It's a different generation. It's not like it was with the Jordans and Pippins and I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah, and then man, you see guys like Tom Brady and Mike Evans. You know, Mike Evans, the receiver for the Buccaneers, he called the general manager right after the game and already said that he's willing to take a pay cut to keep the team together. And right after they won the Super Bowl, like, you know, he called the dude up. He's like, "Hey, I'll take a pay cut to keep these guys together so that we can go out here and win another one." And those are the kind of guys that you need on your squad, on your team, that are willing to make. Everybody's willing to make the physical sacrifice, time away from the family, you know, practice, give up their body, but man, ain't no one trying to come off that bread. So,
no, that's true. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a business. However, I feel like sometimes you have to give a little. It's like, I think it was Michael Jordan had said, I was listening to something the other day, just like a little motivational thing. I was having a day, you know, I was like, F this, like my day's all, you know, I was all, so I'm like, okay, you know, I'm gonna take a deep breath. It's a bad day, not a bad life. Let me listen to a little MJ. So someone had said, there's no I in team. He's like, yeah, there is no I in team, but there's an I in win. Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, so like, it was a cute little thing, but I think at the end of the day, you have to have role players, like, right, your bench players, like every part of a team organization, like everybody has to be in the same mindset to meet, you know, the goal for a championship, for whatever it is you're all striving for. Obviously that's, you know, the win, the God, I can't think right now, but yeah, you know, so essentially you have to have role players, I guess, and they have to understand that. I mean, you have to swallow your pride for the greater good, right? If you want to continue to win back to back or year after year. So, and then the money will come, right?
But I think that's kind of like I call it the Brady effect, because even Brady did that. Brady was doing that to, you know, that's why he has so many, not why he has so many, but part of the reason why he has so many Super Bowls is because he's like, man, y'all don't need to pay me as much. You know, the money's going to come on the back end for Tom Brady. You know, he's a handsome guy. You know, he's married to, you know, Giselle. So those two together are super marketable. So let me take this pay cut. Let me win these Super Bowls. Let me go down as the greatest, not only football player, but probably the greatest athlete of all time. 7 championships. And it speaks volumes, especially in football. It's, you know, super unprecedented. You know, he's got more Super Bowl rings than franchises.
That's
than all the franchises, you know. So
I love that about him.
And
he went to U of M. Okay. Like, really? Like,
man, I got heat for Tom Brady. They beat Bama his senior year. Yeah, so I got heat for Tom Brady, but you know, can't deny the guy's greatness, you know. So.
No, respect. And I love like the dynamic between him and Gronk. Like, I just, you know, Gronk is like a big old goofball, you know, but I love that they kind of, you know, were kind of like after, like, told you kind of like this was going to happen, you know, and because Tom Brady's not cocky, you know, but I think, I don't know if there was bad blood or whatever, like Belichick, you know, Belichick's reputation was, you know, I don't need you to, you know, like, I'm the best coach. And essentially, like, if a player isn't meeting expectations, or he's not going to let that player's ego become inflated. So I don't know. I was kind of laughing after. It's like, no, Tom Brady, you needed Tom Brady, clearly. Right. So
I'll give Bill Belichick the G pass, because you know, like literally half the team for the Patriots opted out this past season. So, you know, Cam Newton gets a lot of shit, and Bill Belichick is getting a lot of shit, but they were playing with, you know, I hate the term replacement players, but they weren't playing with, like, Dante Hightower sat out. He's a key role in the defense. And, you know, it's hard to win with, you know, you don't have all your pieces in play, you know, so we'll see what happens this year, though. This year will be the tell-all, because they got Cam Newton back. He's had a season with them, and, you know, we'll see what happens. So. But
you know, okay, I agree with that to a degree, but I wasn't a big fan of Belichick. I mean, I don't know. I guess arrogance, and it kind of is a turnoff, but I guess it is what it is. I want to talk more about just a little bit about Mahomes, though. Tell me he is just so sweet. Like, I just love him.
Patrick's
and his
man.
wife. She is so adorable, and I love, like, their story that, you know, they had been dating. I think it was in college, and now they have a, a little one, and they're just, to me, they're like real, like, and I love that people can relate to them. I love their story. And,
I want to say they may even be high school sweethearts if
yeah, you're probably right. But I know they go back, and I love their dynamic. He has, a long, he's already won a Super Bowl. There's obviously more to come, but I like him. I like him for the NFL. I think he's just a good role model for kids. And yeah, I'm excited. I don't know. It's not even summer and I'm already ready for football.
Man, one of the coolest things about Patrick Mahomes is, man, you could just see, like, he's like a kid out there. It's like you can just see how much fun he's having playing the sport. Like, he's a quarterback, but man, he's like running around, and he kind of throws the football like it's a baseball. And I think that may, because he was a phenomenal baseball player. His dad played in the major league, so I think that may have a bit to do with the way he plays quarterback. Super unorthodox, just kind of like, some fighters are fun to watch because they don't do it like everybody else does it, like an Israel Adesanya kind of guy. So it's
more like a Henry Cejudo. I'm not just saying that, but him, or even like a Dominic Cruz, his styles. I'm like, what is he doing? When I first saw him fight, I was like, he just looks all like awkward. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And then Professor X, Big C was like, no, don't judge a book. Like, he's the greatest of all time. Like, you need to just pay attention, Grasshopper.
Yeah, young Grasshopper.
It's cool though. I know. Yeah.
Speaking of MMA, man, I see you started getting into a little jiu-jitsu. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to Yasmin's level. No, but honestly, I thought that was cool because I'm always giving her props because she's just, I know we're not here to talk about her, but she's just bad all around, and I adore her. But only because little, baby girl does it. And I thought, man, it would be cool because she's now like up to here and getting sassy. So I'm thinking, man, she tries to come at me. We know it won't go well for her because Professor Axel will snatch her up, right? But all kidding aside, just to be able to kind of like understand some of the stuff. So like I do it twice a week, and it's the no gi. So we're just kind of like regular or whatever. But I want the coach to kind of, and it's a female coach, she's great, to kind of coach Izzy. Anyway, so she's doing more stuff for like self-defense. So, but still I want to learn some of the stuff that she's doing. So maybe eventually we can grapple, but she gets so heated. Like, she's so emotional, I'm like, man, like, so.
But man, that's why Yasmin started, because man, the boys would go to a wrestling match or a jiu-jitsu tournament and, get pinned or submitted or whatever. And just the frustration. And she just wanted to know what it felt like and understand what it is to, go out there, get smothered, get slammed. And, fortunately for Yasmin, at this point in her jiu-jitsu career, she's the one doing all the smothering, and so there will come a point in time, like in a match, and it happens to her in practice and whatnot, where she'll be on the opposite end of the stick. Because, man, she went to Pan Am's, which is like the third biggest tournament, and got second. But even in the match that she lost, it was just like she didn't understand the rules and the point system. It's not like she went out there and got dominated.
Yeah.
So she really, I think, still doesn't understand what it is to, in practice is one thing, like no one's going to like go as hard as they can and like really try and rip your arm off or like, rip your head off. But in a match, yes, that's exactly what they're trying to do. So for her, I don't think that she's quite got like the taste of the like I said, the opposite end of the stick. But when she does, she'll will fully understand, because when you go out there and compete and you lose, man, it can be embarrassing, especially like children, like they don't understand, like it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
So through obviously the boys have gotten better over time, winning and losing, going back and forth. So and I know Yasmin, she'll take it with a grain of salt anyway.
Of course, she's like my role model. She's just a beautiful human. Like, she has a lot of insight and culture, and she's all around a really cool chick. So I think it's awesome. And I was like, gosh, I hope she's not feeling like I'm just trying to like do everything she does, but like I wanted to do it to relate to to, I just call her baby girl.
She is a very inspirational woman. And I think especially for other women, like she's an entrepreneur. She, does jiu-jitsu. She,
have her on.
I am. I already told her.
I should too.
I already told her. She would love it.
Yeah,
she would love it.
I would love to. I know I started the Spanish with Marlene, and I'm not going to lie. I loved it. But I'm making excuses. I think it's just, I have a hard time with my time management sometimes because I do my whole life and I'm working on it, but I need to stop working on it and actually do it because it's starting to look like bullshit. Okay. If I can say that, like say Professor X is like, man, like I love to like hang out with my wife, like you are always, it's always, but she has stuff like 6 days a week by choice. Well, the 2 days mathnasium, she's like, well, I can just do 2 more days of training and drop mathnasium. I was like, it doesn't work like that, honey. You need academics, right?
Yeah.
Before
reading, writing, or arithmetic.
That's right. I was like, in order for you to play sports, it's a privilege to play sports. I said, and what we pay, it's a privilege. So you need to do your end as a kid. Okay. That's your job to get good grades. She goes, well, I don't get paid for it. I was like, but you do. Like,
yeah, the payment comes in this monthly membership that we pay for the
for every
classes or whatever.
Every session. So anyway, I guess the point of my story is I'm running around, it gets back to the school that she has, which is incredible. And I loved it. And I really felt like I was progressing. It's just, I don't do a good job of balancing. I want to do a lot. Like I'm a lifelong student. Like I miss school. Who does? Like I have issues, right? The only
one I've ever heard say it.
I do. It's like bittersweet for me. Oh, of course my mom beeped in and I just talked to her. I'll call her back. But anyway, so I'm running around. It's like I barely have time to like hang out with my guy or even take 10 minutes to meditate. I feel some days, because she's on the go and I handle school to make sure she's getting everything. And, it's just a lot. So I feel like, and it was more so I think with the homeschooling, if she were in like regular school, that would be feasible. I could get my workout in, I could get my Spanish in. But I mean, in all honesty, learning another language you really have to be immersed in the culture. And right now I don't have the time. However, I will be back because I want to learn another language. And I think it's, the Latin culture is beautiful. Spanish is the second most widely spoken language. So need to do it. I will do it. But in the meantime, I guess I'm doing what I can within my time, right?
Sure.
To kind of make everyone happy, even if, I can't even cry in peace. I tried that shit yesterday. I was like having a moment, right? I'm like, and like, why am I going to look at myself in the mirror while I'm crying? Like, really? Kids do that? I'm like, myself, right? Literally 10 minutes.
Dry it up.
Yeah, because I don't like to cry in front of people. And I don't cry that often, right? So when I do, like, it's coming hard. Ding dong. Someone's at my door, brought you dinner, but the neighbors next door or a couple doors down, his mom, our friend's mom was like, oh, I made extra and whatever if you guys want. So like brought us a whole thing of mastacholi. Then my neighbor, my real name's Michelle. People know that shit. Let's be real. Michelle screaming at my screen door. Hey, is your gate guy coming? I'm like, and then my sister says, that's why you don't get to know your neighbors. That's why I'm a recluse. I'm like, but I'm not like that. It's not who I am.
Speaking of neighbors, like this, we just moved into a new house and this is the first time ever that especially while we've been together, we've moved a few times, but that we've actually had neighbors like interact with us, So I was like, oh shit, girl, we making it. We're living in, one of them kind of neighborhoods. People brought us like, trays of food and fruit and whatnot. I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Oh, that's a good neighborhood. But I'll be honest. I wanted like acres and I wanted land and I have that up north. I just got to get loggers to get some of the trees out so I can make my paths and get my side by side and shit. Cause I'm ready. I got deer up there. Like shit. I love it. Love it. But when you have one kid, let's be real, like they need friends. I can't be her friend. She don't want to hang with me. Like we're nerds. We're boring. Yeah. Like we embarrass her. So it would be play date, like setting that up, driving. I'm not dealing with that. Kids all come here. Y'all are in the sub. Know where you at. Okay, parents over here, we're on your asses.
Yeah. And everybody in the neighborhood has like those little Nest doorbells. So everybody can see everybody's kids in the
Right?
neighborhood playing. So it's cool. I'm like, man, outside. This ain't the same
Yes.
neighborhood we used to live in. You're not being
No.
inside all day. Get out of here.
No, not when it's nice. No, if it's that same thing, the neighbor down, he's like, you three outside. And she's like, yeah, Mr. John treats me just like one of the boys. I was like, that's fine. I don't care. That's good. Get outside. You're not going to sit here all day and get fat. And like, no, that's not okay. It's not cute. That's not healthy. Well, I don't say fat, unhealthy. You know, you got to be politically correct.
Sure. But
I'm going off on a tangent, Eric.
It's all good. It's all good. Tell us how you feel.
Right?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Eric Anders, and this episode of Kickin' It With Your Boy is sponsored by Men and Nails. Man, it's time to start taking care of our hands and nails. Cut your nails. Man, switching gears, like everybody knows your profession and what you do, but I kind of wanted to, kind of get like the behind the scenes, like what your life was before, like what were you doing before you got into the adult entertainment industry?
Well, before that, I was working as a registered nurse, just doing my thing. Like I graduated, I don't know what year it was, like 2004, 2005. And I was working in the hospital. I mean, I wouldn't say I loved it, but it was cool. It was exciting. I was on the midnight shift and,
that's when all the crazy happens.
Oh, it does. Well, because you're newbie, right? So you get stuck on the crap shift, where you got like 10 patients and you're just hoping they're all alive by the end of the day. And you've got like a charge nurse, like large Marge, like seriously in charge with the coffee breath. I mean, Big Pat, I swear she cut the ribbon in that hospital. Like she's been there since the start, man. And she's like, okay, I'm charge nurse. I'm like, oh shit, this is not going to go well. But it ended up going well. So I did that for a while. And then, I did some jail nursing and I did hospice nursing. And I had so much fun though. I miss it. I know the elderly people are not very nice to the elderly, which pisses me off. I love them and they're entitled to kind of be assholes. They've earned that shit. So I love the elderly. They're so sweet. And I miss taking care of people. I really do. I take care of these, but I don't even feel like it's appreciated. It's like, just walk on, mom. Like it's okay. They'll come around.
Yeah. The mother is often the most underappreciated member of the household.
It's all good though. I don't need it.
Man, speaking of working in a hospital, I was getting my EMT before I started fighting full time.
Really?
I got my EMT certificate or certification or whatever. So we'd have to go work in the hospital for, X amount of hours. And man, I wasn't even like a full time employee or whatever, but man, I saw some of the craziest things ever. Man, just the stuff that people do, like, people would let like a staph infection go for like 2 weeks. And so now they come into the hospital and they're like, oh, I didn't come before because I don't have insurance. And I'm just like, lady, now they have to lance this. Now they have to do this. Now they have to do that. All these medications. Your hospital bill is going to be 4 times as much.
I know. It's terrible.
The first
what was I going to say? Your craziest story? What was your or something that you were like, oh my God, like I can't believe.
Man, I watched a dude have a heart attack. He came in and, I'm new, and like these other, people that work at the hospital, nurses, they'd been there for a while. So they were totally desensitized to this guy's situation. And, so this dude, he'd be laying on the bed or whatever. And then dude, he would just like he was getting electrocuted. Like the dude, he would just like jump up and start screaming and grab his chest. And then you look on the EKG and you could see him having the heart attack before he had the heart attack. Like it makes like little tombstones or whatever. And they're just sitting there, cutting off his clothes and, just going on about their business. I was like, oh my goodness. And man, you'll never ever forget the smell of a GI bleed. Now that's the thing that threw me off the most. I was like, just thinking about it, I can smell it. It's
it's terrible. It is terrible. It's so funny that you said that. I haven't thought about one of those in a long time.
Well, sorry to ruin your day.
Oh, it's okay. It takes a lot more to ruin mine. Yeah, but crazy stories. I worked ER and you get a lot of the people intoxicated coming in. And then you have some of those really adventurous people in the bedroom who to put things in different places. And then they show up on X-ray. It's like, no way. This is a joke. No way.
Yeah, I saw one with the toy car. With like a Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels car. And this guy got real acquainted. I was like, what are you? A Hot Wheels car? Why? I don't even understand a Hot Wheels car.
Why? How does that? I mean, it just doesn't even seem like it would be,
And this is a grown man too, by the way. This isn't like, I don't know, but I was like, what is going on with this guy?
People have issues. I saw something on the news last night. There was a home inspector. Okay. He was going and, doing his job, home inspector, working with a real estate agent. This was the most, I don't even want to go because I want to go off on this guy. A Tickle Me Elmo. He went into one of the bedrooms, grabbed a Tickle Me Elmo, went into the closet. You can see Tickle Me Elmo in his hands, making all these movements. Swear to God. Next thing you know, he does his business and then Tickle Me Elmo goes back into the same spot. It was on camera. Like, what is a Tickle Me Elmo? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's better than other things, but Jesus Christ, like, you cannot control yourself enough that you take a Tickle Me Elmo. I mean, what's wrong with people?
I know we're laughing, but man, that dude probably needs like psychological help and counseling.
Oh, you should have saw his mugshot.
He'd probably be kept away from children.
Yeah, right. But he's like, oh yeah, I was checking an electrical outlet. Yeah, Tickle Me Elmo was his assistant. Yeah, I mean, come on. And then he admitted it. I mean, obviously there's some shame and guilt. He seriously needs help. Like, just cut it off, put him on an island and blow that.
Yeah. I'm
okay, done with that. I won't go on that. We're not talking politics.
I bet you have some like crazy, wild, like fans. So I've always wondered, like, what's like the most extreme thing a fan has done, like for you? Like, I'm sure some people do really nice things. Yeah. So, like, what's like the nicest and like the man, get the pistol ready. This guy is like wilding out right now.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk like some of the nicest things are, I mean, I'm a gift giver. So for me to receive gifts, it feels really weird. Like if I want something, I'm just going to go out and buy it. Like I'm not like a charity type person. Like I give because that's just who I am. But it's nice when fans like take time to like something like sentimental. Like I know this sounds really cheesy, but I got a really awesome Michael Jordan it was like his last game, the last shot. So It was just so beautifully framed. And I put it, someone's like, oh, you just need to do a wish list. So I'm bored. I'm like, I'll put this on. This is cool. Like whatever. And it was nice. So that was like really cool because I loved watching Michael Jordan grow up, blah, blah, blah.
I'm sure that was hard. I'm sure that was hard. Back in the day. Well,
I know. With the Pistons.
Yeah. The rivalry, they got theirs though.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, and all in time, I guess, everybody, I think it's what they deserve, I guess, for the most part, not always, because this world is kind of crazy, but anyway, so that was really one of the sweetest. I was like, oh, like, I just loved it. It was really cool and special because it wasn't like, oh baby, wear some lingerie. You're going to, or some like, I don't give a shit. Like, really? Like, I just don't care about that. So that was cool. And then the craziest thing, we kind of talked about it before, but, I had somebody show up from Kansas City. Yeah, Julian City. Okay.
Oh shit! You might need to look into this with Julian. City.
And he showed up here at 3:27. I will not forget because we were on an Ozark binge. We were watching Ozark, and we just finished it. I was like, oh my god! Like Wendy's such a I can't believe it. Oh, yeah. So, and then all of a sudden, I know we have cameras on the outside of the house.
This is in the afternoon.
This is in the morning.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Because I can't sit in the house.
That make it even more creepier.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, okay. So there's cameras outside. There's alarm system. We have a dog, guns. So I mean, I feel pretty good, right? Although knock, 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 and then the ring doorbell. So I was like, I think I hear someone's at the door. So I'm like, Professor X, wake up. He's like, what? I go, think I heard the doorbell. Someone's at the door. So, he pops up like a jack in the box, gets the gun, comes down. and or kind of like walks out, but he does the Ring doorbell, and the guy's like, hey, hi, I'm here to see Michelle. And he's like, my wife, Michelle? How do you know Michelle? Oh, I'm her friend. He's like, friend? Well, my wife, I would know all my wife's friends who are male. Like, you know, anyway, long story short. So he had his something tucked under like this. So we thought he had a gun. So I grabbed my little 38. You know, it has a laser because I'm not a good shot.
Damn
but, you
right.
know, I could be a bad bitch when I need to be, okay? So I grabbed it. I was like, I'm calling 911. He's like, so he's like, no. He's like, I want him to try to come. And I'm just like, we're not going there. But anyway, it was just kind of crazy. In a nutshell, there's my neighbor. Another one, right? Block these arborvitae. Saturday can't come fast enough. Anyway, so long story short, yeah, he was catfished for 6 months. Somebody was catfishing him, and it happens all the time. So part of me felt really bad for this guy because
somebody was posing as you.
Yes.
Oh, somebody almost got him fucked up. Someone almost got that dude killed.
Yes. They don't know Professor X. Before baby girl, he was a little mental. I mean, I don't mean it like that because mental isn't a bad thing. We all got shit. Like, whatever. I could be a little crazy.
He's got a screw loose.
Sometimes when it comes to like protecting his family, it's on. So so that was a little crazy. But long story short, this guy, well, I keep saying long story short, and then I go on. You're like, you don't shut the hell up. You shut that. I
want to hear the conclusion of the story.
The conclusion was this. So after going back and forth, he's like, well, I have an Apple Watch for her. I mean, I think what happened was she strung him along for a while and then kind of cut him loose once he didn't send her anything anymore. Okay, posing as me. And then he was desperate to kind of get in touch with her. So he looked up all her information, which was my information. When the police pulled him, well, actually, Professor X went after him. But then the police got there and Professor X came out and they were kind of, because he was waiting for backup, the cop. And he's like, I'm an ex-cop. I got you. Like, I'm good. So anyway, so the guy apparently looked up all the information and had pictures of Professor X's Facebook, had all kinds of information. The thing which is really weird is this guy got through to my hubby's phone. But it was weird. The number he was calling would redirect to his phone. So it was some kind of app. It was really strange. Don't know. But I had donated to this foundation a couple years prior. So I don't know if someone there had my information because he was sending money to, I guess, Bitcoin through that foundation. Who knows? It was crazy. Long story short, he went to jail because
probably where he belongs.
I think they just kind of like, I don't know what they talked because we know some of the deputies. So they brought him in for questioning, whatever, long story short. And they didn't book him though. They just kind of did some talking to him. And then they said, do not contact her, whatever. And then when he got released, he called again. So then they're like, okay, no, we got to bring this guy in, like whatever. But he drove from Kansas City. He had a car packed full of clothes. It was just insane, but I feel bad. And I said, I don't want the guy charged. Like he's kind of innocent, but obviously there's something wrong because like, you just don't do that. So, I think sometimes, I don't know. I just think people shouldn't do that to people. Like that bothers me because I don't want people profiting off of my name or
100%.
taking advantage of like vulnerable people's feelings because that's not okay. Some of these people are just really lonely and I don't like that. I don't like people doing shady shit to people. Just don't do that. Be a good human. Go get a job. I mean, I don't know. Do what you got to do, but just don't do that to people. So, anyways, my story. Can I have this? I'll just do this stuff. All right. Love you. Don't you do that to me.
I was trying not to interrupt you when I'm leaving.
See, I'm talking about crazy Kansas City guy and you come up.
Yeah, the spider senses are tingling, man. Better be careful.
Yeah, and I got nothing but coffee. Where's baby girl?
Hey, man, a hot pot of coffee, man. That'll do the job.
Right, yeah. Right. Yeah. So that was it.
Yeah, so man, that is wild. That is crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
Being a dude in fighting, you know, if you lose a fight, the worst you have to deal with is somebody talking shit on the internet. I don't think anybody's gonna pop up at the crib.
Hopefully not.
I'm
Right.
strapped, you know, so I'm
What
not
do you- what
fighting if
kind-
they coming to the crib.
Yeah. What kind of gun do you have? I'm so fascinated. I need to go to the range.
I have a Glock 21. It's a 45 caliber pistol, and then
Okay.
I have a Remington 870 shotgun.
Nice.
That's the home defense. The only thing that worries me
Yeah,
about those is like it'll go through the wall, you know. And so we used to live in like a 1-story house, so man, it really kind of made me nervous if I ever had to shoot it in the house, because man, if it goes through the wall and hits one of the, you know, the kids or Yasmin, you know, that would have to live with that. But now, look, check this out. We have a 3-story crib, and all the rooms are on the top floor. So as long as I'm not shooting up, you know, if I can shoot down, or you know, because they have to come up the stairs, right? So if I can like meet them in the stairs and, you know, shoot down, like, I don't have to worry about hitting anybody. So
I think it would be, I think it would be a bad day though for anybody, and they didn't know. Like, imagine
Listen,
you don't even need a weapon.
I'm not throwing hands with a home invader. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
like,
I get it,
I'm
but I'm
throwing
just saying,
bullets.
but just say you were caught off guard, right? You know?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like it would go very bad for them for sure. Yeah.
And, you know, often, you know, I hit the couch a lot because I don't sleep much, and you know, Yasmin needs her beauty sleep, and so I'll hit the couch, you know, watch TV or whatever. So I guess that would be the time that I wouldn't have my pistol. But now that I'm thinking about it, probably gonna get another one and keep it downstairs somewhere.
You
so
should.
I can, you know, have one in every room kind of thing.
Yes, like,
you know?
did you see that Kevin? I think it was Kevin Hart thing. Like it was oh my God, it was so funny. It was a special or a comedy thing he had, and he was talking about all the guns in the room. I'm telling you, it was hilarious. I was rolling. Love him. But that's the Texas way
to have a pistol or some kind of firearm in every room and in the car.
For sure. Yeah, I always do, because even, you know, I don't care if I'm running to the corner store. Like, I'm a woman. Let's be real. I am not that strong. Like, I can be overpowered, you know, and so, oh, it's a pretty little rabbit. So I always carry it. So baby girl say, you got your, I said, always. Like, yeah. We're good. You know, man, so she knows.
Somebody pulled up on Yasmin and started following Yasmin not too long ago. And I got her this pistol. I got her that 38. And man, she was like, she was being weird about it. She didn't want to carry it, and then she wanted to keep the bullets away from them. It's like, baby, the whole point of this goddamn gun is for you to be able to use it. If somebody runs up on you, you're not gonna be like, hold up, let me load the pistol.
Yeah.
And then but now, man, she carries that thing in the side of the door, and I'm just like, man,
good. That's good.
For doing so, you know,
I have mine right in the console when I'm driving, because if you're in your, you can't pull it out. You know. So right there, you know, so just
put it in a cup holder.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, I mean, and I used to be afraid. I'm like, oh, I'm so nervous. But, you know, guns don't, because I could get on this whole thing of gun control, and I don't want to. But all I'll say is this. The bad guy will always get his hands on a gun, okay?
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about that, okay? It's one of our amendments. Okay, we have the right to bear arms and to protect ourselves. So I am very much a proud gun owner. And I do agree, maybe they could change some things about some of the people, how they get them. Like maybe, you know, whatever, maybe tighten up some things. I mean, I get that, but I think the guns will always get in the wrong people's hands, no matter what you do, because most of these guns are, you know, they're illegal, just like drugs. You know, you can try to limit, you know, or stop, you know, but it's inevitable. It's always going to be there. I think you just need to, like, I don't know, education is very important in the community, you know?
You know, and yeah, I agree 100%. I even taught the boys how to shoot guns, because they were like, "Oh, I'm scared." I was like, "Man, but if you know how to use it, and you know how it works and the danger that it presents, and it's not as scary because you know what you're doing with it."
That's right. Should be your best friend. You should be able to load it with your eyes closed, open it. I mean, that is your friend. That's your baby, right? Like, that's it. You got to know the gun. You got to feel it. Wait, what was it? I don't know. I'm thinking of a movie. You got to be one. Oh, God. I think it's couples retreat. Feel. Do you remember that? The guy?
Yeah.
Feel the energy. Boom. It's so funny. Sorry.
Speaking of friends, like the only reason I know you is through my wife, Yasmin, and she's a very, very like confident woman. So, but I can't imagine like a lot of women are like lining up to like hang out with you, be your friend, especially like married women. Is that like an issue? Women manifesting their insecurities, like, oh, you're not hanging out with her because of what she does, and that kind of thing.
Good question, because I think a lot of people like, well, she's a hoe, she's nasty, she's this. Oh, I don't care. I've heard it all. Like, you can't face me with words.
Gotta be
like, I know who I am. I don't care. I always say, like, okay, ladies, I'm not passing judgment, but if you're gonna, say, hey, you do this, well, honey, you do it for free. I always say, you'll do it for Applebee's in like a bad movie, okay, and not get a call back.
But
okay,
I tell people that too. I'm like,
I don't judge people. Like, I don't care. Get your sexy on. Like, be sex positive. Do you, as long as you're not hurting animals, women, children, elderly, like, enjoy your life. Nobody should be able to judge what we do. It's our bodies, our rules. They say, oh, this, I'm thinking, well, if you want to label a woman, a man can be the same thing, but it's a double standard that we won't talk about. But I just say, just be you, be true to yourself. That's all that matters. But I think a lot of people, before they know me, it's easy because it's like, oh my gosh, the element of like surprise or shock, like, oh, really? But I think, once people kind of get to know me, they can see I'm the last person that would ever, first of all, it's not about your man. It's about my man.
Yeah.
And my respect for him. Okay. I don't really care what you think about your man. Like, essentially, like, I have loyalty to my husband, and that is more important to me in my family dynamic than what you have to give or what you can give me. I'm good. I don't need things. Okay. I have something here that you can never begin to understand. So for me, once people get to know me, I think it's different, but people, it's easy to catch them. I mean, whatever. I think everybody does it, without even thinking. Sometimes it's how we were raised, certain things, but like, we just don't outwardly say, something, but I really try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm really fortunate to I have like 5 great girlfriends, 6 now. I mean, that are my tried and true friends. I've been friends with them for years, and it's very important friendships are important. But yeah, I get a lot of judgment. But I think once people get to know me, though, they're like, gosh, like, she's not, like, she wouldn't. And if like somebody's guy tried to do it, I mean, whatever, I'm shooting them down and I'm telling her, I don't care. Like, that's just how I roll. Sorry.
Yeah, but I was telling Yasmin, I was like, man, she's a professional. It's not like.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that, like, this is your profession. This is what you do. And then you have your, like, fighting. Like, man, I'm not trying to fight every person I see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I train, I go fight. And then when I'm done, I'm just like, man, I just want to relax, kick it.
That's it.
Yes. No confrontation. I just want to relax, We're gonna wrap it up here in a minute, but I got a few rapid fire questions. So, the first thing that comes to your mind off the top,
okay.
Don't look too much into it. All right.
Okay.
First one, if you could know one absolute truth, what would it be?
I think it would be the truth for my little one, like what her future holds. I would just want to know. God forbid something happened. I would want to know that. I'm too deep. Let me get silly and stupid. Let me shake it out a little bit. No.
Okay. What's your karaoke song of choice?
Like a Virgin, because it's a fucking joke.
Man, I don't know how that song is interpreted. I think it's Reservoir Dogs. Have you seen the movie Reservoir Dogs?
No.
It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's pretty old, and they have a whole conversation about the interpretation of the song "Like a Virgin." I've never listened to the song like word for word. I know the chorus, like probably most people, but
yeah.
One guy saying that, like, she's getting fucked like she's a virgin, like he's really big. It hurts, and it's like
Yeah.
it's like her first time. And
Yeah.
then another dude was like, no, she loves him so much. It's passionate. It's, you know, kind of like
Yeah.
the first time. So I was like, you know,
Yeah. I like
I
it
don't
just
know the
'cause
words.
it's fun. Yeah. It's just like it kind of evokes that first time of like, you know, being with Professor. And it's hot, it's sexy, it's fun, it's whatever. But I like Madonna songs. Like it could be holiday, like I don't know.
If you could have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One meal?
Mm-hmm.
That one's hard. Okay, I don't know. I like pizza. Pizza or cheeseburgers. That's so lame, but I love
That's
it.
where I'm at with it, though.
Mm-mm.
Man, you can make a cheeseburger so many different kind of ways. Pizza, same thing.
Carbs, baby.
Also, pineapple goes on pizza. Just throwing that out there. If someone were, what actress would play you in a movie?
What actress? Oh, I don't know. I'd like to say like, what's her name? The Theron, Charlize Theron. If I'm saying her,
Okay.
I like her. I mean, I want to be blonde. I like her lips. She's very dynamic. Like she can do all kinds of different roles.
She can really transform into character. There's a movie called Monster, and I watched this whole movie. It's about this woman. I guess she was abused. She's in prison in Florida still. She I guess she was abused as a kid, and then she wasn't making it as an adult, so she kind of turns into a prostitute. But then she starts killing the guys without sleeping with them. And the reason she got caught is that she killed a off-duty officer.
Damn.
And so they really ran this investigation, and you know, however they do their thing, and that's how she got caught.
I'm gonna have to watch that. It's called Monster.
Yeah. And man, I watched this whole movie. I was like, damn, it's a good ass movie. Whoever played, and I thought that's what the lady looked like. But man, it's Charlize Theron with, you know, she's got makeup and, you know, the whole actor thing. But man, she killed it. She changed her accent, the way she talked, the way she moved. It's a really good movie. And if you're a fan of her, you'd really like it.
Another one. Okay. And then I swear I keep taking, you're like, I got stuff to do. Jennifer Gardner. If you ever saw Peppermint, that will motivate a bitch like no other. Am I allowed to even really swear? I shouldn't be swearing that much.
Nah, it's all good.
Okay. I'm telling you, somebody killed her family. It was like cartel. Okay. Her husband and her daughter. Gives me chills. And let me tell you, this bitch goes into like Asia. Oh, I have chills. I'm gonna watch that in Monster tonight. Chuck's gonna be like, Professor, whatever. It's gonna say, what the hell got into you? But she like shaves her head. She MMA, like she does fighting. She gets training, and she takes every last one of these motherfuckers. It is intense.
Like she should. Boss move.
I love her.
All right, so I'm putting Peppermint on the watch list.
Yes.
Man, Kendra, thank you so much for coming on, giving us your time, man. I really enjoyed the conversation. I hope to have you on again sometime in the future, and enjoy that sunshine, that limited sunshine that you get up there in the frozen tundra of Michigan. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Eric Anders. Appreciate you guys for coming and kicking it with your boy.